A few months ago, one of our most successful sportsmen in Aotearoa had yet another world championship in his sights. But elite Axeman Jason Wynyard is now facing a much more dangerous opponent, a rare and aggressive stage 4 cancer that's attacking his lymphatic system. The formerly fit and healthy athlete says the shocking news has been compounded by agonising weeks of delays to get the right diagnosis and treatment. Jason and his partner are sharing their story to help other whānau get the healthcare they need. They spoke exclusively to our reporter, Rani Pereira.
2023 was shaping up to be another competitive year for champion woodchopper Jason Wynyard. But it's now going to be one of his toughest, staring down stage 4 cancer and in the fight of his life.
Why is that important to you to talk to us, Jason?
Oh, it's really important that my story's told because it's a big one. The health system in New Zealand is very, very broken.
Jason was misdiagnosed several times for an aggressive cancer where early treatment is crucial.
Do you believe that those delays in diagnosing the tumour have made things worse for you?
Oh, 100%. And if it had been picked up on its first time, we would have had a really good fighting chance.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
2 months ago, this was 49-year-old champion woodchopper Jason Wynyard, smoking his competition, beating competitors 20 years his junior.
What are your goals for this year?
I want to win the World Championship in October.
But just a month after coming second at this national competition,
So Jason takes that out in 12.68 seconds.
that goal has been derailed. Jason is now confined to a hospital bed fighting Burkitt lymphoma, a rare, fast-growing cancer of the lymphatic system.
The way they've handled the whole procedure, from the start, it's just it's like you can't be any more wrong about something,
Jason's partner of almost 2 years, Sharon Kennerley, has barely left his side and has been documenting his medical journey exclusively for the hui. They're going public for the first time about their frustration with a health system they say has failed Jason. His ordeal began in early April.
Where was the pain?
It was in his stomach, but he was also having back spasms, and so it would present itself on one side, and then within minutes it would be on another side.
It's been my sort of main complaint from the start that it was restricting my breathing, and there was tightness in the abdominal area.
The GP Jason saw told him he'd just strained a muscle, but Jason knew it was more serious. Days later, still in pain, he went back, asking for a scan and a referral to a specialist. Once again, the GP was adamant that it was just a sprain. Not happy with that diagnosis, Jason contacted a friend who was a specialist and got a scan.
We're grateful that we were able to get that scan because as soon as we had it, his specialist friend said, look, they've picked up that there's a mass, you need to go straight to Middlemore.
Jason and Sharon were hopeful for a thorough investigation at Middlemore Hospital, but were told that the mass on the scan was just a hematoma, a bad bruise.
And I said, can we have an MRI scan? It's important for us to know that this is exactly what it is. And he actually said that they cost a lot more money and that it's just a hematoma which will absorb into the body. And so Jason trusted that.
But Sharon wasn't convinced.
As soon as we saw the mass, I was asking about cancer straight away, only because of my experience. When my mother had stomach cancer and a lot of her pain and so forth, it was really similar. And I just kept saying to every doctor that came in, are you sure it's not cancer?
Did you feel sort of dismissed?
Oh, absolutely. 100% I felt dismissed. I felt like I was an idiot for asking questions.
Jason spent 2 weeks off work at home, gripped in crippling pain.
During the night, I would be rubbing all these heat rubs on his back because it would be in one area, then another. And, you know, I was doing everything I could to support him through that. It was hard, but he was the one going through the pain.
After almost 4 decades at the top of his game, competing in a highly physical sport, Jason is a tough athlete with a high tolerance for pain. But he was in agony.
He was just in so much pain. He was curled up in pain. And I could see the swelling around his stomach, so there was more going on than just that.
They were right. Just a month after first going to his GP, Jason was told he had stage 4 cancer. Sharon felt the shock diagnosis was delivered without privacy and compassion.
There was no respect, no dignity, no confidentiality. And he just goes, oh, it's not a hematoma, it's a lymphoma. And I'm just like, is that cancer? And then he said, yes.
The whole experience has shattered Jason's faith in medical experts.
Words can't express how disappointed I am in the system. This whole journey seems like a cost-cutting exercise for the hospitals.
Jason's hospital notes show the mass was first diagnosed as a hematoma, and the MRI scan was done a month after Jason first sought medical attention. In that time, the tumour more than doubled and caused Jason more health complications.
By the time they did the MRI, it had grown to 18 centimetres. So in a matter of a couple of weeks, from 7 to 18, and then he had tumour lysis through his body. It's affected every single organ in this man's body, and now we find out it's in his central nervous system.
All this time it's just been growing inside of me, so it's pretty disappointing, eh?
In that time frame, he is emaciated. He's lost so much weight. His organs are affected. He'd gone through torture. So he's starting a fight for his life on the back foot because of guessing back here. You know, when we first went into the hospital, we trusted them.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to the medical system. It just seems to be really broken.
In Aotearoa, Burkitt lymphoma is so rare there are only around 6 reported cases a year. But Jason is not alone on this uphill journey. Just before his transfer from Middlemore to Auckland City Hospital, Jason's close friend, Ben Connick, sent him off with a karakia.
That's the first time in this whole experience that I saw tears streaming down Jason's face.
There was a lack of empathy and process within the Middlemore Hospital itself.
Despite the huge pressures currently on the system, Jason says patients need to be listened to.
He wants everyone else, other New Zealanders coming through the health system, to be treated fairly and to get better service by the health system.
This will be Jason's home for the foreseeable future, for intensive chemotherapy treatments.
It's day 1 of your first round of chemo. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, so looking forward to getting this first round out of the way and getting on the road to recovery, so can't wait to have that happen.
How does this compare to training for world titles?
I guess it's a similar mindset. Got to put your head down and just get on with it and be positive. Look at the outcome that you want and just go for it.
Jason's drawing on the competitive spirit that's won him 9 world titles to combat his cancer. Forever grateful for the outpouring of love and support he's received.
Sharon's been my rock. She's fought for me tooth and nail. The support just humbles me. and I feel I can confront anything with love and support of all these people.
We're going to beat this. You know, it's like Jason and I set up for another event that he's just going to smash. And that's all we're focused on, is coming out this other end and creating an amazing comeback story.